Hello, it's Bartek here and welcome to my next video. This time we're in Manchester. This was at the beginning of the UK coronavirus lockdown, during which cycling was permitted as one of very few activities. We jumped on that opportunity and we cycled as much as we could, really, I suppose, to prevent ourselves from going insane. And so this is a separated cycle path, which is very cool and a very good sign from Manchester City Council. The only thing that I would say is that they could be better maintained, however, it's definitely a step in the right direction. You can see a cyclist here on our left, and we actually stopped and asked if he was okay, but yeah, he was fine, just taking a little break. And this particular structure in front of us, that big metal structure, it's something that I've been always fascinated and mesmerized by, and it's a gas holder. There are actually two of them in this area and they're currently obsolete, and Manchester City Council are considering demolishing them to give way to new housing in the area. In the distance on the right you can see the Etihad Stadium, which is home to Manchester City Football Club. And in front of us there is a footpath that leads to that stadium. During the lockdown, all the Premier League matches were suspended, so we took the opportunity during that quiet time and we basically rode on that footpath towards the stadium. It's a very cool thing to ride on. And you can see the Etihad Stadium in all its glory. We took a short break by the stadium, took a few sips of water, had the time to regroup and explain the directions. And off we went again. The weather was absolutely gorgeous on the day. The sun was out. It wasn't actually very warm, as you can see how we are dressed, but it was absolutely gorgeous and a very sunny day. This is an approach to Manchester from Ashton-under-Lyne, and you can see there's some really good cycle lanes here, including ones that are separated from both car traffic and pedestrian traffic. And here on our ride you can see a building that some locals call a chip building, which is basically, it looks like there's two chips on top of one another, or fries, depending on where you live. But you can clearly see that it looks like there's two chips on top of one another, and one at the bottom is actually a little bit burnt. And on the left you can see one of the famous Manchester meals from the Industrial Revolution era. Here we are, always stop at the lights and respect the traffic rules. Manchester combines the old architecture with the new architecture, and some of that new architecture is quite bold, and you can see quite a lot of buildings have a lot of glass in them, and yeah, they look quite cool actually. And we did some racing down those Manchester streets. And here we are under a railway bridge that leads towards Manchester Piccadilly Station, which is the main train station in Manchester. An interesting fact is that Manchester is a place where first passenger railway was born, and it was a route from Manchester to Liverpool. And here you can see the famous Metrolink tram. This is an area that belongs to the University of Manchester, and this particular part of it lies nearby the Piccadilly station. And we decided to take a short break there to get a snack and a sip of water. Ella says hello. And the building on our right is called the Sackville Street building. It's actually a very majestic looking building inspired by French Renaissance architecture, and the building itself opened in 1902. And here's the main entrance to it. What was very noticeable is that during the lockdown the traffic was very low and there weren't that many cars on the road, so it really allowed for a free bike riding experience. It actually felt very safe with no car traffic on the roads, and yeah, it was magnificent. And here we are racing against each other on those Manchester streets again. We had lots of fun there. And the Piccadilly station itself is on our left right now. front of us is Starengate, a music venue at which I played quite a few gigs. And look at that car. We weren't the only ones having fun on that day. And in front of us you can see that bold Manchester architecture again. Some more racing down those empty streets. And I absolutely love how the sun was reflected out of the building windows on that day. A lot of local councils used the opportunity and made some road improvements. Clear blue skies, absolutely fantastic. In front of us is a Chinese supermarket. Eventually the time came for our ride to come to an end. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more content like this. And if you would like to see our trip to Eindhoven where we ride town bikes, click on the link above. I hope you enjoyed the video and see you next time.